Now, folks, you know my first guest tonight as Roz from the NBC hit series Frasier. Let's take a look at her in action.
At 11:07 this morning, I finished one of those magazine diets. 7 days to a healthier, calmer you.
Now, Roz, now, come on, Roz, come on. Look, I'm doing this for your own good.
Wait! Something came out. Oh, damn. Chocolate-covered raisins. I'd like to meet the idiot who came up with these. Take a grape, let it shrivel into a disgusting little wart, and cover it with perfectly good chocolate. What the hell? I'll just suck the chocolate off.
Please welcome Peri Gilpin. Nice to have you back.
Thanks. It's nice to be back.
Yeah. You are here on a good show tonight. I know you're excited. I was talking to you before the show. You're a Star Trek fan, too.
I'm a big fan. And
Yeah?
I can't believe that George Takei is here because...
Not George Takei. The crowd knows him as Sulu.
I don't want to know. Sorry. Please forgive me. I actually got to spend a week with him once, but he's not even going to remember it. But I was...
What? You spent a week with someone,
Yes,
a man,
did,
and they
yes.
don't remember it?
Yes, yes. I was with him and 1,000 other people. Trekkers. It's Trekkers, right? Not Trekkies.
Is it Trekkers or Trekkies?
Trekkies?
I think Trekkies is...
Yeah.
Okay.
There's
Oh, is it?
Trekkers,
Oh, okay.
there's Trekkies, and there's nerds. I think there are three. But anyway, go ahead.
Well, it was a Star Trek cruise, and he was one of the guests on the boat. And we were...
Hold it, back up just a second. A Star Trek cruise?
Yes,
What
yes.
is a Star Trek cruise?
It's when a bunch of Trekkers go on a cruise together with...
You've angered half the audience. They're fighting amongst themselves now.
Fans of Star Trek are all go on this cruise together, and they do costume contests and all kinds of different things, all kind of different activities with celebrities, and George was one of them. And
all Star Trek celebrities, or do they get like David Hasselhoff to go?
all Star. He wasn't on this one. He was on the Baywatch cruise.
I would love it, yeah, just to mix it up. You'd get really confused.
Exactly.
Wait a minute, I don't know.
Except that between all those movies and all four series, there are a lot of people that have been involved. So you can have people from the movies or people from the first series.
You mean a guy from the first series who just beamed down to the planet for a second and was killed by protoplasm could go on the cruise?
Absolutely, absolutely. Wow. Anybody.
Anyone can go. All right, so you go on this thing. Why were you going on this exactly?
A friend of mine was on 2 episodes, and he asked me if I'd just go with him. So I said, sure. I thought it sounded like fun, and it was a cruise that went from Miami to Jamaica, down to Grand Cayman, and back up to Miami. So I thought, sure, I'll go.
Okay.
So it was fun.
So you go on this, and did you actually get to hang out with George Takei much? Or
well, he was across the hall, but I never really got to meet him. I mean, I think I was introduced, but I don't think he would remember me at all. But he was they were very busy. They keep them very busy. They're they do.
They have to actually stoke the coal into the
they were rowing, I think. It was the oldest seagoing vessel on the ocean.
They actually make them run it like the Enterprise.
Yes, exactly.
George Takei was the helmsman of the boat.
He was beamed back, exactly, yeah.
And it was an uneventful cruise pretty much. Other than that, it was just pretty normal?
Well, there were lots of interesting things that happened, but the most interesting by far was that we saw at one point we were 14 miles or 7 miles off the coast of Cuba. We could actually see the coast. And I would not want to be with any other group of people but this group of people 7 miles away from the coast of Cuba, you know, because they're technologically advanced. Exactly. And we saw these Cuban refugees out on a raft, and we saved them. The boat turned a big circle. We were all laying out by the pool one day, and all of a sudden everyone literally ran over to one side, and people were screaming and pointing, and the boat turned around, and we rescued them. The captain went out on this little boat and got them off their raft and brought them back, you know.
What did these people think when they got on the boat and it's the crew from Star Trek there?
I don't know.
What was
I don't know what they thought.
That would be very confusing. My first question would be, now, where are you taking me?
Exactly.
Not just, are we going to America or are we going to Guantanamo Bay? Are we going to the year?
What year are we going?
Yeah, 1852.
Well, there was a guy. There was actually one guy that was in full-out Star Trek regalia throughout the entire cruise. Morning, day, you know, night, any meal. He was dressed as someone. I don't know who, Spock or someone. And he was up on the top deck, and I watched him, you know, and he sort of stood there and he directed the whole thing, you know, as if he were rescuing these guys.
So pretty much he was quite insane. Yeah.
But that's what was so funny, because we were all actors going, why are these people dressed up all day and playing characters, you know?
Who are you to pass judgment?
Exactly.
Are they a fun crowd, though, the Trekkers in general?
Very, very much fun. Real fun-loving people and very imaginative, and I did find that the thing I think most of all that they liked about it was this sort of peace message, this message of universal peace, you know, that Star Trek has always given.
That's the message of Star Trek?
I think.
I know, I don't think so. I think they were just actors trying to make money.
And, you know, show off their pecs.
That's right. I think whatever network just wanted a hit show. No, that's true, though. And what are they like when they get really liquored up on the boat? Were they...
Well, that's interesting.
Yeah?
Yeah.
I'd like to see a really drunk Mr. Spock.
You should go on one of these.
I will go on one sometime. I admire the guy who called you up, and, you know, a guy has to have a lot of nerve to call up an attractive woman and say, hey, you want to catch a Star Trek cruise with me?
It wasn't really a date. It was a really good friend. I think he just wanted company.
Yeah. All right. Well, listen, can you hang on 1 second? We're going to take a quick break. We're going to have more with Peri Gilpin when we come back.